Every day should feel this good. In a sensational 8-week courtroom drama that gripped the nation, the prosecution successfully sealed Michelle Troconis' fate. The trial showcased haunting remnants of blood-soaked garments last worn by Jennifer Dulos, the estranged wife of Troconis' lover, Fotis Dulos. Among the grisly exhibits was a sliced-up T-shirt bearing the now heartbreaking acronym EDSFTG. Every day should feel this good. Jennifer Dulos, a mother of 5 and heiress to Wall Street fortune, vanished without a trace in 2019, sparking a media frenzy, inspiring films, documentaries, and even leading to the enactment of Jennifer's Law in Connecticut. Fast forward to March 2024, a chilling climax emerges with a guilty verdict in the trial of Fotis Dulos' mistress for conspiracy to commit and conceal murder, a damning conclusion 5 years after Jennifer's mysterious disappearance. However, our narrative unfolds far earlier, during the lavish origins of Jennifer Farber's life. Born in 1968 and raised in the lap of luxury in New York City, an Ivy League graduate of Brown University, she quickly married Fotis Dulos in 2004. Together, they settled in the affluent enclave of Farmington, Connecticut, constructing a seemingly idyllic life that crumbled in May 2019, possibly in the very garage she called her own. Jennifer's abrupt vanishing act unfolded amid a bitter 2-year divorce and custody feud with Fotis, who swiftly assumed the role of the prime suspect. Gloria Farber, Jennifer's mother and well-known benefactor of education, took in her 5 grandchildren, their lives further marred by the cloud of suspicion surrounding their father. Within a year, tragedy struck again as their father, Fotis Dulos, took his own life, leaving the children doubly bereaved. Presumed dead by both law enforcement and her family, Jennifer Dulos' official declaration of death came in October 2023. Her will, signed in April 2017, bequeaths all assets to her children, a grim reminder of a life cut short. Despite extensive cross-state searches, law enforcement has yet to uncover Jennifer Dulos' body. The beginning. As our story continues, we reveal a facade of domestic bliss masking a tumultuous reality. A custody dispute, fueled by Jennifer's fear for her safety, led to court interventions and ultimately, supervised visitations for Fotis Dulos and his children. Adding to the drama, Jennifer's family engaged in a separate legal battle, accusing Fotis Dulos of defaulting on a hefty $1.7 million loan. The sordid tale of the Dulos family unfolded in a lurid spectacle, leaving a nation captivated by a saga of opulence turned to ashes, betrayal, and the enduring mystery of Jennifer Dulos' fate. Day of death. On the morning of May 24, 2019, Jennifer Dulos, a 50-year-old mother of 5, undertook a brief drive to drop off her children at the New Canaan Country School. A neighbor's security camera documented the return of her Chevrolet Suburban to her Wells Lane residence just moments later. Tragically, this would be the last time she was seen. What initially commenced as a silver alert for a missing person swiftly transformed into a homicide investigation, drawing law enforcement from across the state and sparking a media frenzy. Law enforcement's belief that Fotis Dulos had been lying in wait at Jennifer's New Canaan home on that fateful morning set the stage for a grim narrative. Arrest warrants detailed their suspicions based on the bloodstains and spatter found in her garage, pointing to a severe physical assault. Investigators also noted attempts to sanitize the scene after the assault. Prompted by these ominous findings, New Canaan Police, in collaboration with Connecticut State Police, initiated an exhaustive search and investigation. The intensity heightened in the days following Jennifer Dulos' disappearance, encompassing searches at her residence, a wooded area along Frogtown Road, a Hartford trash plant, and a New York residence linked to her family. The mistress. Before her involvement with Fotis, Michelle was a well-traveled entrepreneur, working in Argentina as well as briefly for ESPN. According to court filings, Fotis Dulos and Michelle Troconis became involved in a romantic relationship a year before Jennifer Dulos filed for divorce. Michelle began living with Fotis Dulos in his Farmington home after his wife moved to New Canaan with their children. The investigation. On the ominous night of Jennifer Dulos' vanishing, Surveillance cameras captured the unsettling sight of Fotis Dulos and Troconis making stops at trash receptacles along Albany Avenue in Hartford, as detailed in the gripping arrest warrants. Law enforcement's subsequent exploration of these bins unearthed blood-stained garments and household items, including kitchen sponges, unmistakably linked to Jennifer Dulos. A mere week after the missing person report, the dragnet of justice closed in on Fotis Dulos and Troconis at an Avon hotel. They faced charges of tampering with or fabricating physical evidence and first-degree hindering prosecution, directly tied to the unsettling security footage portraying their multiple stops along a 4-mile stretch of Albany Avenue in Hartford. During that eventful weekend, authorities meticulously scoured Fotis Dulos' Jefferson Crossing abode in Farmington and another nearby residence on Mountain Spring Road associated with his home-building enterprise. Legal debates ensued over the admissibility of the evidence gleaned from these searches before Troconis' jury. Police asserted that Fotis Dulos orchestrated the cleansing of a truck, housing a blood-like substance bearing his wife's DNA. In a revelatory police interview, Troconis disclosed that the vehicle underwent cleaning 5 days post Jennifer's disappearance because, in her chilling words, the body of Jennifer at some point was in there, according to the arrest warrant. The next chapter unfolded on January 7, 2020, with police leveling charges against Fotis Dulos, Troconis, and another suspect, Mawhinney, in connection with Jennifer Dulos' harrowing homicide. Fotis Dulos faced fresh accusations of murder and kidnapping, while Troconis and Mawhinney found themselves entangled in charges of conspiracy to commit murder. The arrest warrant delved into the medical examiner's harrowing findings, depicting Jennifer Dulos' demise as a homicide of violence, likely involving brutal blunt force injuries like bludgeoning and stabbing. While out on bond, Fotis Dulos met a tragic fate, found unresponsive in his Farmington residence on January 28, 2020. His life ended on January 30, 2020, when he was taken off life support at Jacobi Medical Center in New York. The saga continued in August 2020, with the state piling on additional charges against Troconis, including 2 more counts of conspiracy to commit tampering with evidence. Prosecutors also maneuvered the charges, jettisoning 1 count of first-degree hindering prosecution and incorporating a charge of second-degree hindering prosecution. The timeline. Surveillance footage and cell phone data meticulously tracked Michelle Troconis' movements on the ominous day of Jennifer Dulos' disappearance, May 24, 2019. This chronological account stands as a pivotal key to unraveling Troconis' actions leading up to and during the fateful event. The trial spotlighted the stark contrast between Troconis' statements, the day's suspicious occurrences, and the damning evidence meticulously presented. Numerous threads of evidence wove a damning tapestry, challenging Troconis' narrative across her 3 police interviews and the so-called alibi scripts she constructed. The jury, after scrutinizing these revelations, reached a decisive verdict, finding Troconis guilty on all 6 counts related to Jennifer Dulos' death and disappearance. In the course of their investigation, law enforcement uncovered timelines concocted by Troconis and Fotis Dulos, detailing their movements on the day of the disappearance. These timelines, however, conveniently omitted critical details, including a trip to Hartford, where Fotis Dulos was caught on video discarding trash bags along Albany Avenue, an act integral to the investigation. The unfolding drama took a darker turn as police stumbled upon a trove of incriminating items in the trash, ranging from a blood-stained shirt and bra to zip ties, duct tape, and ponchos, all bearing the forensic imprint of Jennifer Dulos' DNA. Altered license plates, formerly registered to Fotis Dulos, surfaced in a nearby storm drain, further deepening the mystery. Under police scrutiny, Troconis, confronted with the disparities in her statements and timelines, shifted blame to Fotis Dulos, asserting that he dictated the contents of her timeline, a revelation adding a sinister layer to the unfolding tragedy. The trial. Commencing on January 11th, the trial unfolded over 8 intense weeks, immersing 6 jurors in a riveting tapestry of evidence and testimony. The prosecution strategically enlisted law enforcement officers, forensic scientists dissecting blood, DNA, and hair evidence, and key witnesses, including Lauren Almeida, the enduring nanny to the Dulos children, and Pavel Gumiani, a former four-group employee allegedly framed by Fotis Dulos in the sinister saga. While Michelle Troconis refrained from testifying, jurors were subjected to the gripping spectacle of her 3 police interviews, revealing glaring inconsistencies, particularly regarding her interactions with Fotis Dulos on the morning of Jennifer's disappearance from their Farmington home. Prosecutors painted Troconis as deceitful, a claim countered by psychologist Elizabeth Loftus, who proposed an alternative theory. Viorica Marion, a Northwestern University professor, delved into the intricacies of language and its impact on the brain, reinforcing Troconis' defense. Attorney Michael Rose, a key player in Fotis Dulos' 2019 custody battle, and 3 dinner party attendees the night before Jennifer's disappearance also bolstered the defense's case. The state concluded its case with an impactful testimony from Gloria Farber, Jennifer Dulos' 88-year-old mother. Jennifer's 5 children, watching from the audience, witnessed their grandmother's brief testimony. The 6-person jury, after over 3 days of deliberation, delivered a climactic verdict on Friday. Troconis, 49, now faces the ominous specter of up to 50 years behind bars, with convictions on all 6 counts. Conspiracy to commit murder, 2 counts of conspiracy to tamper with physical evidence, 2 counts of tampering with physical evidence, and 1 count of second-degree hindering prosecution. A looming sentence, if the judge opts for consecutive terms, casts a shadow over Troconis' future, with the conspiracy to commit murder charge alone carrying a potential 20-year prison sentence. What happens next? In a gripping courtroom climax, Michelle Troconis found herself in custody under a staggering $6 million bond, her fate sealed with a scheduled sentencing on May 31st. Initially proposed for May 24th, the ominous 5th anniversary of Jennifer Dulos' disappearance, both defense and state opted for the following week. At the pivotal moment of the verdict, Troconis, flanked by her legal team, John Schoenhorn and Audrey Felsen, stood clad in a white turtleneck sweater, her arms folded, visibly distressed. As the jury foreman delivered the damning guilty verdict on each charge, Troconis, her hands pressed to her face, leaned forward in a moment etched in courtroom history. Jennifer Dulos' friends and dedicated investigators who had tirelessly worked on the case filled the courtroom as the jury pronounced the verdict. Supervisory Assistant State's Attorney Michelle Manning, donning purple in solidarity with domestic violence awareness, stood as a formidable presence throughout the trial, alongside Assistant State's Attorney Sean McGuinness. The trial, a culmination of over 4 years, began as a missing person case, evolving into a colossal investigation that captured global media attention. The jury's guilty verdicts portrayed Troconis as actively crafting an alibi for Fotis Dulos on the fateful morning Jennifer disappeared, and aiding in cleaning a pickup truck believed to be involved in the heinous crime. As the judge established a new $6 million bond for Troconis, the gravity of the situation intensified. Judicial marshals promptly handcuffed her, emphasizing stringent post-bond conditions, including GPS monitoring and house arrest. The conclusion of the trial marked a pivotal chapter, entwined with intrigue, tragedy, and the inexorable pursuit of justice. The verdict is no victory. Carrie Luft, a close friend and spokesperson for Jennifer Dulos' family, released a somber statement post-verdict, emphasizing the absence of victory in the face of 5 motherless children. The statement acknowledged the meticulous presentation of evidence, illuminating a series of crimes, yet underlined the critical gap. Jennifer Dulos remains unfound, denying her loved ones the closure of laying her to rest beside her father. Luft extended gratitude to the jury, judge, prosecutors, and police for their unwavering commitment over nearly 5 years. The statement voiced hope that renewed public interest might trigger fresh leads, emphasizing Jennifer's enduring grace, goodness, and light through her children. John Schoenhorn and Troconis' family vowed to appeal, with her father expressing devastation for what he deemed a tremendous injustice. Troconis' sisters tearfully proclaimed her innocence, pledging relentless support and commitment to unraveling the truth. Daniela Troconis criticized the trial's perceived unfairness, pointing to media scrutiny and expressing a fervent desire to uncover the fate of Jennifer Dulos. Schoenhorn, speaking outside the court, expressed disappointment with the presented narrative, citing inadmissible hearsay and speculation. He questioned the justice of the trial, particularly concerning the conspiracy to commit murder charge, and highlighted abundant issues for the impending appeal. Paul J. Ferencek, the state's attorney for the Stamford-Norwalk Judicial District, conveyed condolences to Jennifer Dulos's family, underscoring the impact on her 5 children. In the wake of a harrowing 8-week courtroom drama, the guilty verdict in Michelle Troconis' trial marks a chilling conclusion to a tragic saga that unfolded over 5 years. The trial meticulously unraveled the dark underbelly of opulence turned to ashes, betrayal, and the enduring mystery of Jennifer Dulos' disappearance. The conclusion of the trial marks a pivotal chapter entwined with intrigue, tragedy, and the inexorable pursuit of justice. Yet, despite the guilty verdicts and the detailed presentation of evidence, the absence of Jennifer Dulos's body remains a haunting gap. As the legal battle continues, the conclusion of this trial serves as a poignant reminder that justice, while served in the courtroom, cannot fully heal the wounds left by tragedy. The verdict may bring accountability, but the search for Jennifer Dulos's body and the quest for closure persist, casting a somber shadow over the aftermath of this sensational and heart-wrenching chapter. If you found this story compelling, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel for more true crime stories and updates on this ongoing case. Thank you for watching. Stay curious, stay connected, stay with Reely Unreal.